একটা জিনিস যেটা আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি actually pharmaceutical sector থেকে because of the drug policy, we proudly have most of our 99% of our leading pharmaceuticals are homegrown and home-owned.
Very protected, isn't it?
Exactly. So right now we are under the TRIPS waiver, and so 98% of pharmaceuticals are manufactured by our own pharmaceutical industries. এবং এখান থেকে যেহেতু আজকের আলাপ আলোচনা হচ্ছে export growth কিভাবে হয়, so I'm going to talk about an idea that I'm working on, I'm extremely passionate about pharmaceutical growth, biotech group, and research services group growth. এবং how it can really, I think, really add to the bag of growth of export within this sector. So আমি actually represent করছি, I'm CEO and founder of EskeGen, which is a contract research organization. It's registered with the DGDA. And আমরা কি করি, we offer research services to the biotech, pharma, and other academic institutions, medical device industry, etc.
And many foreign clients.
So basically, আমাদের actually client হচ্ছে বাংলাদেশ এখন, but the CRO sector is actually a $90 billion global industry. আমাদের এখানে বাংলাদেশে যেহেতু R&D এবং অন্যান্য ওই দিক থেকে খুব ইনভেস্টমেন্ট কম হয়েছে বলে এখানে আসলে এই মুহূর্তে according to, let's say we have $4 billion pharmaceutical industry, আমাদের CRO industry concomitantly should be about $400 million, but it's practically zero. So এখানে আমাদের অনেক help লাগবে government থেকে. But I think what we were discussing, or what was discussed in the morning was, or earlier on was, how can we leverage আমাদের present industries to really sort of expand export, right? So pharmaceutical industry is now exporting to 150 countries, and mainly generics basically, which are small molecule drugs, traditional drugs. Kintu I think we're at a real inflection point here. Kanona globally 60% of maybe the world's drugs are small molecules, but 40% are biologics. That means products produced by living organisms, which are proteins, vaccines, and biologics, which are much more target-based and much more effective, but very expensive. So ekhane, a lot of these biologics which were on patent, the 40% of the world's drugs which are on biologics, are going off patent. Many of them are going off patent. So within the next 5 years, I think the biosimilar, which is basically a sort of generic version of biologics. So biosimilar ekhonkaar global market is about $30 to $40 billion. And in the next 5 years, there's going to be a total patent cliff. And so the global biosimilar market is going to be about $100 billion. Ekhane Bangladeshe, we have really strong marketing. We're exporting to many markets, and we're exporting generics. So আমার feeling হচ্ছে, let us target the generics market. Like India, 25% of their export is like they're being able to do generics and biologics. So we can actually leverage that, and we can move from where we can export generics. We can also develop our biotechnology capacity to do R&D and manufacture biologics and export to the world. So we can concentrate on exporting generics as well as biosimilars and other biological products, as well as clinical and research services, both to the local market but also to the international market. And why I'm saying it's a kind of inflection point, the inflection point is there's a switch now from biologics to biosimilars in the world, so onek kichu off patent jabe, amader huge ekta opportunity ache. Plus amader ekhane 10,000 life science graduates ber hocche every year, 15,000 medical graduates ber hocche every year, a really sort of vibrant, I think, community which is very interested in research. So R&D, jehetu traditionally amader pharmaceutical industry, as Fahim Bhai said, was very, very protected. started, আমাদের actually দরকার ছিল না R&D তেমন একটা করা, কিন্তু যেই সব ছোট উদ্যোগ নিয়েছে ফার্মাসিউটিক্যাল ইন্ডাস্ট্রি রিসার্চ করা, আমরা দেখেছি যে আসলে আমরা খুবই কম্পিটিটিভ। সো ওই ইনোভেশনটা কিন্তু আমাদের মধ্যে রয়ে গেছে, এবং এই ইন্ডাস্ট্রি হ্যাজ a prospect of actually employing a lot of our graduates. So how we can build a knowledge-based, export-driven economy, I think this is one of the areas that can really play like a massive role in doing that.
মানে কত লোক বার হয় আমাদের এই যারা এই সব কাজ করতে পারে ইয়ারলি?
So if we just talk about sort of life sciences graduates and medical students, that's like, so 25,000
No, every year.
every year.
Really?
So এখানে যেটা ওই যে আপনিও বললেন, the CSE graduates need to be trained. Obviously quality has to be trained, capacity, but I'm actually very proud that a lot of them have a very good base. So I think there's a lot of scope there. Plus, we're not just talking about that. We're talking about, you know, laboratory technicians. We're talking about people who've maybe just done HSC. Okhaneo kichu vocational scope ache as well.
Okay.
Just a quick add. The other thing is, because I've also been in the RMG industry for many, many years as well. And it's really frustrating. All of these anecdotes are completely ring true, and we've all lived through nightmare situations. But at the same time, and literally our RMG the dinke rat kore felechi, because the private sector just took it on, didn't wait for the government to get its act together. You know, we changed the social fabric of Bangladesh. We became the number 2 exporter in the world of garments, and we really forced all the institutions, from the financial to a whole lot of other industries, to really sort of get with the program. So in that sense, oi confidence niye I'm also thinking we can do that somewhat in the pharmaceutical biotech sector. But I think that on that positive note, that actually if we do have enough private driven initiatives, I'm hoping that there will eventually be a bit of a change.